gangs look mean and ugly. Hey, me again.
Wanna push me on the swings?
Maybe later. What do you do here?
Well, me and my brother and my sister usually live in a tribe way over that way by the old burnt-down radio tower. But it's like so boring there. We come here for the action.
I can see why. Any idea how I can get more answers out of Voxel?
I don't know, but I'm getting sick of the whole monster thing.
Any idea how I can get more...
I don't know, but I'm getting sick of the whole monster thing.
This vehicle, it had legs instead of wheels.
Vehicles don't have legs, though.
This one did. Your brother saw a monster, right? You thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah, that it was a giant daddy longlegs.
No. That your brother's monster was actually...
A very small daddy longlegs, but very close to him.
No.
I caught a daddy longlegs once. What was your question?
See you around.
Call it if you need...
By the sound of things, Hobsworth was hard at work. I decided not to interrupt him. By the sound of things, Hobsworth was hard at work. I decided not to interrupt him.
Whoa! It's occupied! You gotta leave, man.
Sorry. I thought this was the bathroom.
No worries. It's an honest mistake. Best you keep out for your own good, mate. It's dangerous technical stuff in here.
Sorry. It seemed I wouldn't get in while the hut was occupied.
Whoa! You got...
Sorry. It seemed I wouldn't get in while the hut was occupied. I'd learned to think twice before just slapping my hand on something.
Authorized citizen ID required.
Hello, Voxel.
Shh. What?
My name is Foster. I've just got a few questions. I wanted to ask you if you've seen any monsters.
How do you know about the monster?
Ember told me.
Ember? What did she tell you? That I was making it up? Go away.
Me again.
Hi.
I'm looking for a missing kid. He came through this way a couple of nights ago. His name is Milo. He's about Pixel's age.
And my age.
Have you seen him?
No, I haven't seen anything. I've been in this fortress where it's safe.
Safe from what?
The monster.
Voxel, about this monster. Truth is, I'm a monster hunter. I've been tracking a monster across the desert for days. I think he came through here, and I'm looking for someone brave enough to see it and live to tell the tale.
I saw it.
Can you describe it?
It was big and beastie, and it eats children, and I could hear the screaming, and it was fast and dark and silent.
Slow down, one thing at a time.
It was big, like a giant dog.
A giant dog? That sounds like what I'm after. Did you see any children?
No, but I heard them. I heard kids crying inside its tummy.
And where did it go?
It sneaked off into the city. After that, I got in here. No way am I gonna let it get me.
You've been in here for 2 days?
Still alive, aren't I?
This giant dog, where did you see it?
I was playing buzzsaws and dynamos with Pixel. I won, and he was really cross. Then, in the night, I woke up. It was totally dark. I'd heard this sound, like feet padding along the road, big feet. And then I heard screams, children's screams. I ran over here and hid in my fort.
And you've been in here ever since?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Any ideas on getting into the city?
People go in and out of the main gate. Are you gonna go in there and kill it?
Sure am. That's what monster hunters do best. Then I'm gonna bring Milo and the other children back out.
You will? Oh, you better take this.
Thanks. What is it?
A firecracker. I was gonna use it to kill the monster, but you can have it.
What do I do with this firecracker?
I don't know. Throw it at the monster, but cover your ears.
Did anyone else see the dog?
I don't think so. No one believes it even exists. But you do, don't you? You believe me?
Don't worry, Voxel. I'm on the hunt. Do you know how I can get inside the city?
I already said you need to get across the river and through the big doors.
What do I do with this fire?
Whatever you want. It makes a scary bang.
Can you tell me more about these missing kids?
Only that I heard them inside the monster.
How long ago did you see this dog?
It was 1, 2, 3... 2. It was 2 nights ago.
And you've been in here ever since?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Thanks, Voxel.
Hey, I'm kinda hungry.
I could keep an eye out.
Mr. Hopsworth sometimes lets me have some of his lunch. He doesn't usually know that, though.
Ah, understood. Voxel's giant dog sounded a lot like the stalker that had taken Milo. Now I was sure that the stalker had entered the city. There had to be a way in through the main gates. I was yet to enjoy all these benefits. Hey, me again.
Hi again.
I spoke to Voxel about his monster problem.
You what?
I think his monster is the vehicle I've been tracking.
Good for you. So you told him the monster was real? Won't be seeing him anytime soon. Nice one, Super Dad.
Voxel's a skittish one, isn't he?
Watch your mouth. How'd you know where to find him anyway?
Pixel told me.
Mate, I don't know you, you don't know me, you don't know them. Let's keep it that way. Stop asking questions, finish your business, and move along. Meanwhile, where's Pixel? Me and him need to have some words about stranger danger.
Any ideas on getting into the city?
You got one of them new chips?
Yeah, just got one from the terminal over there.
That one's no good. They've given you a cheap temp ID so the droids don't run you over. Bridge only opens for citizens. Soz, mate.
Thanks, Ember.
Later, man.
Ember's deed had a citizen ID stored on it. Right. Hit the bumper. These were not my best moves.
Work order received. Work order accepted.
Got something for you, Hobsworth.
Is that one of those meaty watsits from the nice old gen over there?
You bet it is. Want one?
Oh, I'm not a so...
Come on, big fella. The bird's beak looked especially vicious. The bird's beak looked especially vicious. The bird wasn't going to give up Ember's deed without a fight. The gangs looked mean and ugly. The bird's beak looked especially vicious. Come on, big fella. The gang was too distracted. Come on, big fella. The gang was too distracted. The bird's beak looked especially vicious. Come on, big fella. The bird's beak looked especially vicious. These were tough desert birds. Waving a crowbar around wouldn't faze them. It was Big Steve, and it still had Ember's deet in its beak. I'd learned to think twice before just slapping my hand on something.
Authorized citizen ID required.
Hey, Wendell.
Managed to get those doors open all right?
Just about.
Did you, do the jig?
Sure did. You said it was essential.
That's right. Although, here's a funny thing. My wife never does the jig back at the farm, but it always seems to open for her. Anyway, what can I do for you?
Any ideas on how I can get into the city?
Aye, that's easy. You just need one small thing.
Great. What?
A truck.
What? Like yours?
No, not like mine. You want one that actually moves under its own power. That being said, you won't even get across the bridge without an authorized ID. Citizen's ID gets you all the way into the city, privileges and all. I've got ID, all right, but my power cell's empty. Long story short, I could drive in. If I could drive in.
Do you need a vehicle to get into the city?
You do, but I don't. I've got Brucey here. What I do need is a new power cell.
And you can't just walk in?
Are you mad? Walk into the city? There's guns guarding them main gates, and they'd make mincemeat out of you, Sonny Jim.
Any other vehicles around here I could use?
There's nought round here.
I need to get into the city as soon as possible.
Me too, pal. But Brucey here's not going anywhere.
Want one of these mini Ks?
Oh, better not.
I thought you loved them.
Oh, of course I do. They're delicious.
But?
Don't get high on your own supply.
Sorry?
No scoffage on thine own sausage.
Oh, I see. Suit yourself. So these mini Ks, what are the other ingredients?
Eh?
You said they contain some real meat. What's the rest made up of?
Flavor.
Yes, but your mini Ks are starting to smell a little ripe.
I prefer to think of it as aged to perfection.
But
Aged to perfection.
I'll leave you be.
I'm fine with that.
Voxel was hiding out in the makeshift den. Me again. Can we talk some more?
Hi.
How long ago did you see this dog?
I said already. 2 nights ago.
And you've been in here ever since?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
What's this about a sandwich?
Mr. Hopsworth always brings sandwiches from the city. They're so good. He's usually got 1 or 2 in his hut.
Should I ask Mr. Hopsworth if he wants to share?
No, don't do that. He likes sharing best when he doesn't know about it.
Can I grab another one of those firecrackers?
Sorry, mister. That was the last one.
See you around. By the sound of things, Hopsworth was hard at work. I decided not to interrupt him. By the sound of things, Hopsworth was hard at work. I decided not to interrupt him.
Whoa! You gotta leave, man.
Sorry. It seemed I wouldn't get in while the hut was occupied.
Authorized citizen ID required.
Hey, Hopsworth.
Hey, what can I do for you?
About this missing kid.
I can't help you there. Now, please stop asking. It makes me kind of uncomfortable, you know what I mean?
So, you haven't seen any vehicles?
Nothing like you've described. Sorry.
This may sound like a stupid question, but how do I actually get in?
Well, first thing would be to head over... If you got...
Valid for what?
Now, that is... You need a vehicle to get through the... If you have... You just drive up, scan your ID, and roll right onto the elevator down to the cargo bay.
Do you need technical expertise to be a diagnostician?
Of course! You need to know exactly where to point your scanner. See, I come to work, and I pick up my scanner here, and then I report the problem. My interventions are key to the smooth running of Union City.
Nice jacket.
Oh, thanks. I like yours too.
See you around, Hopsworth.
Keep a smile on your face.
The bird's beak looked especially vicious. Pixel reminded me of a kid I knew growing up. Hey, me again.
Wanna push me on the swings?
Maybe later.
Oh,
Bye.
call it if you need anything.